We have around 1,000 students in 3 blocks, Indranagar, Jakkur and Devanakalli. In Rakum organization, Rakum schools, the focus is on education. What we do in Rakum schools, early morning, the moment children get up, if it is summertime, we get up at 4:30, winter it is 5 o'clock, all Rakum schools. The moment you get up, make sure the first saliva put into eyes. That's the only medicine you get. The body creates a medicine in your body which you never get in any part of the world in any medical shop. When you put the first engine or a first saliva into your eyes, there won't be any eye infection, eye power increases. So as David took, Manegal Nelly, if you are a very good father, a very good mother,
Srinivasa Ramanujan, born on 22nd December 1887 in Erode in Tamil Nadu. Died on 26th April 1920 in Kumbakonam at the age of 32. Srinivasa Ramanujan said, "An equation means nothing to me unless it expresses a thought of God." Srinivasa Ramanujan was an Indian mathematician who lived during the British rule in India. Though he had almost no formal training in pure mathematics, he made substantial contributions to mathematical analysis, number theory, infinite series, and continued fractions, including solutions to mathematical problems then considered unsolvable. Ramanujan initially developed his own mathematical research in isolation. According to Hans Eysenck, he tried to interest the leading professional mathematicians in his work but failed for the most part. What he had to show then was too novel, too unfamiliar, and additionally presented in unusual ways. They could not be bothered seeking mathematicians who could better understand his work. In 1913, he began a postal partnership with the English mathematician G.H. Hardy at the University of Cambridge, England. Recognizing Ramanujan's work as extraordinary, Hardy arranged for him to travel to Cambridge. In his notes, Hardy commented that Ramanujan had produced groundbreaking new theorems, including some that defeated me completely. I had never seen anything in the least like them before, and some recently proven but highly advanced results. Srinivasa Ramanujan's death at the age of 32 reminds me about the death of Shankaracharya almost to that age of 32, 33. To Buddha almost to that age of 32, 33, 40. And also Shankaracharya, Buddha and Jesus Christ. All. What's happening with that age? God must be having a mathematics. And most of the greatest mathematicians never survived longer. They all died very, very young. Is it that too much amrita becomes poison? Is it the brain that used too much couldn't hold on to the physical body for long? No idea. But let us look into what Srinivasa Ramanujan said. An equation means nothing to me unless it expresses a thought of God. The meaning of equation is a statement that the values of two mathematical expressions, a statement that the values of two mathematical equations are equal, indicated by the sign equals. Two mathematical expressions, father and mother's expressions, two different expressions. Father in his male chauvinistic ideas or the the male-dominated society's style of expression, and the mother, the female-dominated, or the female expression, the feminine expressions of the Mother Earth. One is tough, one is soft. The yin and the yang, the positive and negative only can create electricity equals to that. Yes. Hence, an equation means nothing to me according to Ramanujan. The mother and the father, whatever expressions the mother says from her mouth, whether she is illiterate, and from the illiterate she has got a literate of a practical knowledge of the ground reality of the foundation of the house, and the husband, the father, who is literate, has a bookish knowledge of intelligence on the external world, whether both, it has got nothing to me. An equation means nothing to me, Srinivasa. It has got nothing to me unless it expresses a thought of God, unless it expresses thought of love. That was Srinivasa. The love is very important. If both have got the love, whether they are in two different angles, when it comes to the love, they leave the slippers outside the house and the mind outside, then enter the house, and husband and wife, father and mother together has got talks only on one heart, sits together bum to bum, takes bath together, eat in the same place. From that a love child is born. That is the thought of God. That becomes very divine, that becomes very close to the God. That creates this family. And in that family creates a joint, varieties of joint, which doesn't segregate to Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Hindu, Muslim, Christian. That joint is one, looks like a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, the brown and the black and the yellow and the green, whatever colors you call it. Srinivasa Ramanujan said, an equation means nothing to me unless it expresses a thought of God, the giver and the receiver. The giver who gives and the person who receives, they both are equal. But when the giver gives, he gives with love from his heart, and the receiver, when he takes it into his heart, that both has got a heart-to-heart communion. That heart-to-heart communion is very divine. That has got a thought, expresses the thought of God. Then the giver and the receiver makes it a beautiful thing. When people come to give me money, Rakum school, they will start, this money will go to the children, okay? And then I think, oh, maybe. When if I give to children, children fall sick. One time one person asked me, is this food really going to the school? And I left the food. And he said, why should you get angry? I said, when you give with love. This country is full of trust. Give me with trust. If you suspect me the smallest pint, and if I take this food and take it to my children, I am sure they will fall sick and I have to spend money for the medical cost, so I will not take. Give it with trust. The giver and the receiver is very important. The husband, the boy and the girl, both receiving and taking should be only expression from the heart. That is very, very important. When that breaks it, like Radha and Krishna. Radha Rani or the Radha Devi, according to the Hindu tradition, and Krishna the Lord Krishna. But still, Radha calls Krishna, hey Krishna, Neenu and the Mayavi. You are a Mayavi. And Krishna doesn't take it as an effort. Krishna knows the love relationship from the heart, when both understands from the heart, then wherever Krishna sits and thinks, Radha gets the answers. And one person was telling me, he was traveling in the train, and halfway through he told his friend, I must get on the next station because my father is very, very sick. I must rush up and see him. And this friend said, stupid, it's just your illusion, it's just your mind. Just sit down. But this man couldn't. Next stop he got on, he took the taxi, rushed back home. Father was on deathbed. He just saw the son and he died. Yes, that when you have a heart-to-heart communion, there's no need of a postal department. There's no need of an email. It just expresses the thing. You think and they think the same. That an equation means nothing to me unless it expresses the thought of God. Srinivasa Ramanujan, the greatest mathematical person the world have ever seen, said an equation that equality is nothing but should have a connecting link. Women is asking for equality, man is asking for equality, Brahman is asking for equality, everybody is asking for equality. But whatever equality you ask, if you do both practice, whether you are a rich man, a poor man, you are a powerful bodybuilder or not a bodybuilder, both should have a connecting link to the earth, Mother Earth. That connecting link should have a connecting link to the expression of the thought of God. The thought of God is nothing but the rainwater harvesting, the solar, the wind energy. And when you are in deep intimate related with the thought of hugging the tree, and you feel the tree is God free, trees are lover, the pet animals are your lover, then yes, you are very close to the truth. You have become a human being. Srinivasa Ramanujan said an equation means nothing to me. Father and mother shouting has got nothing to me. They are both expressing got nothing to me except that love. I have to only point out the love. Like the duck on the river, it dives down to take the prey along with the sand and leaves the sand out, the mud out, and only the prey remains. You have to find out the father and mother. What the expression, the leader, whether he expresses or anything, that has got nothing to do with you. Your duty is to continue to do your karma yoga. When house stabilizes, leaders thought and your thought becomes one to develop the family. Srinivasa Ramanujan said, an equation means nothing to me unless it expresses the thought of God. A mathematical statement in which you show that two amounts are equal using mathematical symbol. Both are equal. Father and mother, both are equal. This is my 278th small